We're going to talk about savers. And the concept of savers actually came out of the book called Miracle Morning. So if it interests you, you can get Miracle Morning many places. I think I got mine off Amazon. But I was recently at an event last week, and we actually, my team and I taught down in Mexico, and we taught one day, and then we also, Blair Singer taught the next. And he actually brought this to our attention. He was teaching the word savers, again, which comes directly from the Miracle Morning book. And then each person, will have their own spin on it, their own exercise they'll do with this. So let me give you an example. So savers is the first letter starts with an S, and this is around solitude. Now, there are many things you can do around solitude when you get up in the morning. You can practice being here in the moment, practice being here, which is something that we do a lot of, being present. You can also do different forms of meditation, but it's basically just being in solitude for a few minutes, maybe for longer than a few minutes, whatever you choose, whatever serves you best on that particular day. So that's really the first action step that you would do around solitude. I know here within my team, we practice as a group being present on 2 different days together as a team. We practice that as a form of solitude. I mean, it would fit into that category. So the next letter in the word savers starts with affirmations, and there are many, many, many affirmations that you can have. I'm sure you've all got your own favorite affirmations, but there's one thing that I learned about affirmations, and I learned this from Alan Walter, because affirmations never worked for me. It just sounded like it didn't matter how much I repeated. I only used one affirmation, which was by a guy from France. His name was Emile Coué, and I hope I have the exactness. It's every day in every way I'm getting better and better, or I will get better and better. I'll have to pull it up to give you the exactness on it. But, it wasn't working for me. So I told Alan one day, I said, affirmations have never worked for me. So he just kind of talked to me about it, and he actually told me the secret of affirmations, what makes them work, because that was actually his affirmation that he used, and he got better. He got to be masterful in many areas. So because I trusted him and I knew that affirmation worked for him, I knew that it probably would work for me. But when you say your affirmation, what's key is to be present when you say the affirmation. Because I may have said that affirmation yesterday, but it's a brand new day. It's a brand new moment. And so when you say, your affirmation or affirmations, to make them really, really work, or to maybe they're working, but you'd love for them to work even greater, get very, very present when you say the affirmation. And I think that will shift the outcome, if you will. And maybe you already do that, but that's what I learned that makes affirmations work. It's just a new moment. And it's not yesterday. It doesn't matter if you did it 30 days last month. It's what's happening today. What's your affirmation today? So a little bit about affirmations. The next letter in the word savers is visualize. And you can visualize many things. A good thing to visualize would be visualizing your wants. Visualizing what you want in life. Not what you don't want, but what you want. And holding that vision there until it comes into being. So visualize. You can also visualize, this goes back to wants. What do you want your day to be like? What do you want the conversations to be like? If you've got an important meeting, visualize how you'd like that outcome to be. How do you want your connections to be? How do you want your relationships to be? So many things to visualize that will make your day fantastic, spectacular. The next letter in the word savers is exercise. So most people have some form of exercise that they do. You don't have to do my routine. I personally like to exercise 4 times a week, a minimum of 3, and I am happy and really excited if I've done 4 days. And I do a strength training, and I'm always looking to increase my weights and to build my strength, and then also a walking on the treadmill or either outdoors. So some form of exercise, and I also try to get in a yoga class at least 2 times a month. And so some form of exercise, and have that down, make a goal for yourself so you can meet that. And then, I would suggest one thing I started doing as of September last year. I started actually measuring the first day of each month, so I can see, am I just maintaining, or am I going down, or am I increasing? And I just love my results. Just love tracking those results, because it tells me a lot. Do I need to increase? Am I maintaining? What have I eaten that month? Have I had more sugar than normal? Because I'm really, that's part of my, if I'm going to exercise, in my mind, I need to, increase the discipline in the eating area, because it all goes together. And then the last, not last, but the next letter is read. So read something, whether it's a book, whether it's a course that you've taken and you want to read some of the articles in the course, just anything that inspires you, that helps you to grow, and that, basically helps you get better in the areas and the goals that you've set for your life, if you will. And then lastly, but not least, the last letter is S, SAVERS. And here, I know Blair shared that basically you scribe, okay? He scribes, so he writes. And what he does is he does a gratitude process. He actually does the gratitude process by Alan Walter. And the gratitude process is a process of 7 questions. I do use that gratitude process. I don't use that gratitude process every day. Some days I take one main question and I write a long list of answers for me if I have run short on time and not created enough time for myself. But I like to, and I'm not perfect in the area, but what I like to do is actually list all the wins and all the things that I'm so grateful for that's happened that day. And they're simple and they're little, but it's all the things combined that's made me have a great day, and things that people, so a lot of my wins are things connected to other people, like phone calls I've gotten or things that people help me with, but they're still wins because they've just added to my life and added to me being really successful. So again, I'm talking about the word SAVERS. It comes from the book Miracle Morning. And I really got to hone in on this past week, my team and I, and hearing Blair Singer go over this at a big event in Mexico, and it was spectacular. So try it, and please post your results. Tell me what you get. See you next week.